My name is Ananda Roman, Program Manager for Peace Corps Indonesia. In this opportunity, I'd like to share how Peace Corps staff in Indonesia plan to develop, implement, and evaluate creative ways to reimagine Peace Corps service with the staff service model to provide continuous professional development opportunities for our beneficiaries, teachers, and students in Indonesia.
To provide a brief background, Peace Corps is a United States government organization that works in more than 140 countries worldwide. The Peace Corps mission is to promote world peace and friendship by fulfilling three goals: to help people of interested countries in meeting their need for trained men and women, to help promote a better understanding of Americans on the part of the people served, and to help promote a better understanding of other people on the part of the Americans. Our organization uses a competency based training approach throughout the 27-month continuum of learning. The core responsibility of Peace Corps staff is to support American teacher trainees and volunteers' learning journey, from their pre departure, in country arrival, the intensive 11-week of community based pre service trainings, in service trainings, to their departure at the end of service. The 27-month of training continuum consists of language training, TEFL technical skills, cross-cultural training, medical, and safety and security training. Upon the completion of pre-service training, they begin their teaching assignment for 2 years at state or private schools, co-teaching with local English teachers while also working on secondary projects with their community.
When the pandemic started in 2020, all Peace Corps program worldwide was temporarily suspended and all volunteers were evacuated back to the US. Peace Corps as an agency and their staff continue to develop, pilot, and evaluate creative ways to reimagine Peace Corps service while waiting and preparing for volunteers to return safely to each of the partner countries. One of the strategic objectives of the agency is to respond to evolving host country priorities and identify appropriate service models that can be adapted and scaled to address evolving host country needs. So, this presentation will mainly focus on Peace Corps Indonesia staff service model planning, how our staff reimagine Peace Corps service by identifying and utilizing the skills, expertise, and networks to support our counterpart teachers' continuous professional development while volunteers are away, and also to reassure our stakeholders that Peace Corps is here to stay and volunteers will return. To share a quick background, after the volunteers were evacuated, Peace Corps staff have been trying to find ways to stay productive and continue doing meaningful work. We did quite a few SOP reviews, various professional development learning and sharing at post and with other posts worldwide, as well as self care activities. Now we are still in the same mode of trying to stay busy and productive, but we're also starting to switch more to our beneficiary focused activities by helping to identify their continuous professional development needs and interest. In order to do this, we use two different methods: desk review and field review process. With desk review, we use our internal data sources such as annual reflections and annual reports, success stories and challenges, feedback forms, and other data sources. And with field review process, this is an exciting part. We make sure that this needs assessment process is inclusive and participatory. How? So we utilize our network by connecting with our national, provincial, and school level partners, such as students, counterpart teachers, and principals, By using various methods from a simple WhatsApp communication, phone calls, emails, to more comprehensive series of focus group discussions to identify and analyze continuous professional development needs of our partners. Through this process, we learn and analyze the educational needs, successes, and challenges directly from our stakeholders. As Coffee reminded us that we must always begin with the end in mind. So, throughout this process, we must consider the outcomes that we hope to accomplish. In our context, is to ensure that our program and activities are aligned with and support Government of Indonesia educational programs.
Richardson and Maggioli stated that programs are impactful when they address the diverse needs of teachers and their learners. So we want to make sure that even without the presence of our teacher volunteers on the ground, Peace Corps staff are still able to create professional development programs that are impactful and address the diverse needs of our counterpart teachers and their learners. In order to do that, we also use our organization's logical project framework, or LPF, that our volunteers use as the conceptual standard framework to guide our projects and activities. We started with doing an outcome or objectives mapping of our project framework by doing a staff inventory, identifying each of our own content familiarity with the objectives in our project framework. Then we brainstormed possible future interventions under the new staff service model, and we also identified potential challenges with those interventions. Next step, based on each of staff members' interests, skill set, and experience, each of us joined 1 to 2 working groups based on the objectives on the project framework. We have a total of 5 working groups from 5 of our LPF objectives that produced a total of 8 staff service model activities that we'll talk in more details after this. But before that, as you can see on the black box on the bottom right of the screen, I also would like to share that staff also include those aspects in analyzing, designing, and developing the 8 activities to make sure that the proposed activities are sustainable, in line with our objectives in the project framework, have clear justification, whether it's providing technical guidance or promoting volunteers' return. We also make sure that the lenses in participatory analysis for community action are also used in planning the activities. There's an element of cross-unit collaboration and what's our monitoring and evaluation plan for those activities. So that's basically our processes in coming up with the 8 staff service model activities. And now let's check out what those activities are.
One example that I can share here is under Objective 1 of our project framework, increase the capacity of teachers to use general and or English teaching skills more effectively, or simply better teaching. We plan to have 3 types of activities. The first one is a series of counterpart teachers training. Well, we see the counterpart training as our main vehicle to transfer technical skills and knowledge and to build capacity of our counterpart teachers network. We're planning to implement a few different models of our training, from having our former volunteer teachers, local educational expert, and Peace Corps staff as resources to cross Peace Corps post collaboration model. We're also considering the possibility to incorporate other topics such as students friendly schools, project design and management, to mental health into our counterpart training activities. In addition to that, we're also planning to provide the in practice opportunity in between our trainings so that the teachers can have authentic, practical experience to try the activities and approaches that they've just learned and reflect on their practical experience in the next training. Another proposed activity from this objective team is a counterpart teacher moderated resource sharing platform. And last, the team also liked the idea of tapping in and contributing to existing teacher community of practice programs to ensure sustainability of the activities. We won't be covering all of the other activities in details, as some of them are also still in planning stage. But in this slide, we can see the rest of the staff service model activities under the different project framework objectives. All in all, we want to make sure that we adopt the INSPIRE model as a core set of principles that characterize effective programs as introduced in the Effective Professional Development Principles and Best Practice Cambridge papers by Richardson and Maggioli. We want to make sure when we analyze, design, develop, implement, and evaluate the staff service model program and activities that they are impactful and address the diverse needs of the teachers, that they are evidence informed using various tools for needs assessment, they promote sustainability, that there are room for effective peer collaboration, support, and in practice opportunity, and we make sure to evaluate the quality and impact of their continuous professional development programs on a regular basis. So that's all that I can share for now on our plan and process in designing, implementing, and evaluating our staff service model activities as part of our effort to provide continuous professional development opportunities for our beneficiaries, teachers, and students in Indonesia. Thank you.